Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Danny here at TDFX, full name Trader Danny FX. Today just going to be breaking down a bullish trade I took today in the middle of this candle. This is today's candle on the basis of a bullish bias, which I'll go into real quick. I just quickly want to say, if you find any of this content valuable, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe so you can stay tuned and see the way I do things and maybe pick up some value from it. Anyway, let's get into it. So from some of my last videos you might have seen, I don't know if I took any trades here or anything, but I was pretty bullish for a while due to seeing this big push above this level. Strong close, and there was this OB level that price remained above and then pushed, and then it started to get bearish to the point where it broke below this level. But all in all, I was still kind of bullish, but I wasn't really wanting to take much trades in between here because there was just not much going on. I mean, there was a lot going on, but I don't want to just be taking buys and sells depending on what I see. I like to have an actual idea in mind. And then with that, right, as you would know with ICT Concepts or SMC Concepts, when price is, say, going for it's been a constant downtrend of lower lows, lower highs all the way over here until we got this big push here above this one. And then obviously you might know sometimes it might not play out this way. We still don't know. We haven't actually been given the evidence that price is going to fully reverse into a whole uptrend here. But some of the hints you might get beforehand, if it does happen, obviously you can see how price broke above this level, and then usually what you might see is either from that optimal trade entry fib. Sometimes price could, obviously there's a variation of what price could do. It could come up here, come around this area, like say they've got the 705, 60, you know, usually people use the 61.8, but you know, these around this area before reversing. Or price could come down here, price could break this low before reversing, or sometimes price might just do this and just go all the way bullish that way. But in this case, we still don't know what's going to happen. But in this case, what we're seeing right now is price coming up around this level. So when price did break above here, we see this is not actually a drop. If you've been observing EURUSD, this is this price closed here on Friday and gapped down here on the Monday. So it's almost like it had already done its test down here. This is basically, consider this a big wick, because if you look at the line chart, there was no line here, meaning this is basically wick. Every wick is not shown on the line chart. So the fact that it gapped up here and then managed to close on this, when this day closed, it closed above this bearish fair value gap here. If you want to call it, there's even a double one here. You got the bullish one here, and then it basically closes above one that's there, and this little one here. Well, they didn't necessarily close above that one, but it closed above here. So my thoughts were, let's see, it could be pushing up. If we maybe stay above this fair value gap here and push up, then maybe we consider it bullish. So I'm looking at this candle now, which was yesterday. Price basically stayed up here. It came all the way down here, but it fully rejected it. Came all the way down here and still managed to close right above. And not only did it close above, it rejected this and the market gap area here, closed above it and finished significantly bullish. So because of that, I was this day looking for bullish setups. So if I pull back this candle now and go to the 15-minute, like, you know, if you've seen any of my videos now, you'll know I take setups based on 15-minute setups. Wait, what? It's not got rid of the previous day. I swear, I just deleted you. What's going on? Okay, maybe I've got to delete. Let me do 2 days. Delete that one too. 15-minute. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so this is the... now you work. Right, I need to go back. I need to go one full day. One sec. Let me get this day over with, so I get where I'm actually looking to be. Okay, so right, that's the bullish daily close that finished strongly up here. So I'm looking for 15-minute setups, bullish ones. Say what would get me to consider this bearish. I'm probably just going to ruin everything I've just done now by going back to the daily here. But if this just decided to, I don't know, come back down here, if it started making lower lows and lower highs while breaking below here and maybe here, then I'd probably just start looking for sells at that point. But all this was definitely quite a lot of uncertainty here until I got to this candle right here. So let me go back to the 15-minute. Yep, it's gone, skipped it. So let me go back. So here we are. Right, so looking at 50. Oh, looking at 15 minute. Right, there we go. So first of all, I did see this. I saw these lower highs and lower lows get broken. Price did come down to here, but basically I would look for some kind of reaction here, because when it's up here, it feels like I'm just skipping out on all this, and price has the chance to come back. So I would have liked to come back. There's a nice fair value gap lining up with this OB as well here. And if you look at the 1 hour, the only OB is all the way up here. 30 minutes down here, pretty much matching with the 15-minute one. So I decided if I was gonna take a trade, it would have been there, not here. So price moved, but then I saw this bullish push again here, right here. Nice, clean, very simple looking. Nice, it's really nice, isn't it, when you get a nice clean looking setup without having to squint your eyes and basically get a good gist of what the market's doing. Straight up, big strong push, big massive bullish candle, big massive buy side imbalance, whatever you call it. I forgot what you call it, BISIs and SIBIs. Yeah, buy side, you know what I'm talking about. Anyone that knows SMC or ICT concepts. So when price did this, I was looking for price to come back. Let me label it real quick. We'll call that 15-minute OB. Waiting for price to come down here, and then we'll drop to the 1 minute. So waiting. Okay, I'll show you what happened first. So say here, right, price tagged it the tiniest bit. That was at 8:15 AM UK time, right? And then I usually look for, once price tags a 15-minute OB, I'm looking for a break of structure on the 1 minute. So we did get that here, right? So one thing is, right, I did take this setup, but I ended up losing. Just to be fully transparent, this was a loss followed by a win. Sometimes, like say, price will sometimes tag it the tiniest bit and then leave. Obviously, if you want to be more safe, you can wait till price drops in to the OB a bit lower and then maybe provide you a setup. But at this time, I was just kind of thinking, let's see. So that, mate, look at that. It was not even over 4 pips, man. Complete, really, really good risk management there. I wasn't really going to be losing anything if I did lose that. So I did enter at this when I saw this setup. It tagged in a little bit, but if it left me, obviously it would be safe. It would be safe if you didn't enter and it left you. Obviously, no trade is no money lost, right? But at the same time, I was willing to take a bit of a risk just because of the decent risk to reward ratio that was provided. So I took that. Price didn't really move much. It tagged in, not really much moved. It kind of danced around a little bit, then took me out right there. So, but as you can see, right, it provided another setup here. So price did eventually make a deeper tag into the 15-minute OB, and then left another 1 minute OB here. Let me just label that. Label that OB. Price made a nice significant break and close above it as well. So now I was waiting for price to come back to this area. Boom, did it pretty much straight away. Look at that, man. Look how much. There's literally zero sideways movement here. Straight up, down, boom, reverse. That's just, I don't know. It's not very often you get nice clean setups like that. So I entered here, right? Normally I say my stop loss will be maximum 7 pips. I'm pretty sure this trade was literally either 6.9, 6.8 or 7 pips, because I remember looking at it. I didn't get to set my limit in time. I think I entered about this area. But I'm just going to put it here for the purpose of this video, even though it seemed like I did actually get a bit more than what I'm showing. And then in terms of take profits, there was, so we got this high up here, but usually I'm looking at standard deviation fibs, if you know that from ICT. So I from this retracement down to this low here, and then put the STD fib, standard standard deviations. Stop getting weird thoughts when you hear STD, of course. But anyway, so I put it there. So the first one for one, no, not that one. That's 1.83. The 1 to 1.5 is like a 3.2 risk to reward ratio, which is also good, but yeah, my brain kind of wanted a bit more. Really, a smart person would just let it go there and then close the trade. But in reality, yeah, my TP was actually up here, a bit closer to that 15-minute high on the left that I just showed you. And then yeah, from my risk to reward ratio, I believe, was actually about 4.5. So maybe my stop was, I don't know, let's call it that, 7 pips to there, 4.5, and then so price moving. Look at that, man, just clean price action. So at this point here, price came there, significant. I protected my stop loss down here. So my trade's already protected at this point. If it turns around on me, I'm safe. And then price is moving up. Okay, let me put my thought process on what was happening here. So I was observing this 5 minute OB here. So that's a 5 minute OB there. Keep your eye on it. Price moves, comes up, tags it, pushes up a little bit. Okay, got a bit of movement. So I believe when price moves to this area, I moved my stop loss from here only to about here. I was going to put it right below this or maybe below this, but I know price sometimes can come back down and then push up. So my stop loss had been moved from about here, still safe, moved to about here, this level. And then I continued to observe price. So I just kept looking at the 15 minute and 5 minute just to see if there was any areas where price might stop and turn around. So I've got this 15 minute fair value gap here. And then price was up here on the 5 minute. What else we got? It's quite a big fair value gap here on the 5 minute. Let me just note that out as well. And we'll go back to the 1 minute. Okay, price pushing up, continued. Okay, price started to come back down a little bit. Price had already tagged into this OB, but it came down to tag it a second time. And then there's another break of structure here with an OB. I was looking at that for maybe a potential re-entry, which I don't normally do anyway, but see, price tagged into it, and if you did, you would have got stopped out if your stop loss was down here, because price continues a bit lower right there. Okay, so it tagged into this 5 minute, is this the 5 minute or 15 minute? Nope, tags into this 15 minute OB here pretty nicely, and then moves up, and then you got this structure. So if you'd have, I wouldn't have, but if say someone would have waited for that tag, waited for price to come above, did it even come back and tag it? Not really. So it might have left without you, to be honest. Yeah, price then comes back down here. I'll delete this one for now, just for the sake of aesthetics. Lol. And then this 15 minute, look how nicely it tags into that 15 minute OB before pushing up even more. Okay, price starts to rally. Hits the first TP right here at the 3.2 mark, and then price even literally goes right there to the two standard deviations take profit. But I remember, honestly, to be transparent, I took profit about here for about either just a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, or maybe just a bit under. I got a bit jelly legs, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm completely happy with just about 4 risk to reward. That's fine. Even if I close it and then price what goes for another few pips, it's worth it. It's a lot more worth that than closing it, than not closing it when it's like 3.9 and then it just reverses and I lose it all. I feel like that's not smart. Sometimes I let it go to TP, but that was enough for me. So I closed it, and then price basically hit this 2 standard deviations, and then yeah, what happened after this was pretty convenient to see, to be honest. I kind of like when price does that, because we all don't like to close profit, right, and then see price carry on. So price hit there, the area I was looking for, and then as soon as it hit it, basically price just started to turn around and consolidate for the rest of the day. Well, it's a long video. I might have to cut this down. Nah, not really. 14 minutes. Yeah, price just started to reverse, and then yeah, blah blah blah. Oh no, price actually came back down. Price came down, retagged the 50-minute OB, and then reversed again. Obviously, you would be very, very not smart to let price get all the way to up here, the 2 standard deviations, not take profit, and then maybe just literally not even protect your trade all the way here for it to go there. I mean, you may as well just take profit there for it just to go there. If you're waiting all this time while you saw price there, I don't know. You do you though, obviously. It's never advice. So yeah, price came, hit that level again, and then I think it just dilly-dallied. No, price hit that high, and then yeah, this is where we're up to right now. But yeah, that was a pretty decent trade. Nice, simple, easy setup. So it was a loss followed by a win, which greatly outweighed the amount of loss. So yeah, worked out pretty well this day. If you found this content valuable at all, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.